Alright, what's up, Digital Trap Squad? What up, y'all? What's up, team? Today is Friday, March 3rd. I just got back from watching Logan. And god damn it, after a movie like that, I got some drink and some goddamn fruit punch, some motherfucking chicken, and I'm about to get itis out of my motherfucking mind. Because I left that movie theater very, very, very disappointed. I'm taking my time on my Now, first off, let me say this. Before this movie even came out to the theaters officially this past night, Thursday midnight it came out. Friday was the official release date. It's Saturday morning right now, 12:18. I'm making this video. There were all kind of reviews coming out from Rotten Tomatoes. And Chris Stuckman, I believe, gave it like an A- on YouTube. He's one of the most biggest YouTuber movie critics. And I love Chris Stuckman's content. That's the bro. That's the bro. He gave this shit an A-. I think Jeremy Johns. Shout out to Jeremy Johns. He liked it. Shout out to Armin from Comic Book Cast. He's one of the homies. I talked to Armin a little bit on Twitter. He's cool people. Armin gave it like a 9.5. He liked it. Shit. So hitting it to this movie, I'm like, alright. Everybody's saying it's one of those movies that's so transcendent. And it's going to push the comic book movie genre ahead, leaps and bounds. Oh, it's a great movie. It's not just a superhero movie, it's a great film. When you hear critics and people saying that, you're like, oh shit, what's one of the first things you think about? The Dark Knight. You think about Captain America, Winter Soldier. You think about movies that, yeah, it's a superhero movie. Yeah, they're running around in a costume, doing superhero stuff. Batman's beating up Joker. He's diving down in the sky, saving Maggie Gyllenhaal's character, Rachel. You have Captain America throwing around his shield. But those movies hit you on a different level. They had enough action and enough gripping things throughout the storyline that it kept you invested. Logan was not that damn good. I don't know who has put crack in the system of motherfucking reviewers, but everybody's praising this movie. First off, no disrespect to Hugh Jackman. I love Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is the homie. I love Hugh Jackman. Look, I'm 22 years old, y'all. I grew up with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I grew up. I think I was like, I had to be like 6 or 7 when the very first X-Men movie came out. I was a kid. And ever since I saw him on film in the first X-Men movie, I said, that's Wolverine. And he will always be Wolverine. I don't have any problem with his performance in this movie. Hugh Jackman, I ain't blaming you. But damn, this movie was not that fucking good. So I'm fucking sitting in the movie theater. And the movie opens up where you have Wolverine sleeping in his vehicle, right? And there are some guys on the side of it, some goons, let's call them some goons, on the side trying to strip the bolts and the wheels off the vehicle. Logan gets out. Hey, you guys don't want to do this. He's tired. He's an old man. He's limping. You guys don't want to do this. Please go. Just go. And they try to fight him. They kind of whooping his ass a little bit, but he kind of gives it to, I think it's like 2 of the goons he beats up. Anyway, the movie opened great. From that scene to the scene of him getting the medicine under the table for Professor X, to him being a chauffeur was great. To him going to his secret kind of hideout where Caliban, I'm gonna get on his ass in a second, and Professor X are at. I love the movie and the way it opened up. X-23's introduction, because I first saw her in the funeral scene in the back of the car. Then you kind of see her again at the motel. Then you see her really unleash her claws and become the real X-23 when they're at Wolverine's hideout. I've only fallen asleep during 3 comic book films. Logan, Captain America, the First Avenger, and motherfucking the first Hulk movie. The Ang Lee one. Those are the only times when I've caught myself literally in the movie theater like falling asleep during a damn movie. That is the only time. And I'm not saying Captain America the First Avenger was bad. It was not bad. But the Logan movie put me to sleep. I would say at the middle point of the movie was so fucking slow. It was so slow. You had these drawn out scenes of them at the dinner table and Logan going to whatever he went to with the brother, with the black guy. Oh, the middle of the movie was so damn boring. And leading up to the movie, we had this constant reminder, oh shit, we gonna get Berserker Wolverine. He gonna go crazy. Berserker Wolverine gonna be slicing and dicing and cutting motherfuckers up. He gonna be doing his thing. We got that a little bit, but only because the movie was rated R. We got shots of him sticking his claws up somebody's jaw and it coming up top of their head. We had just scenes of him stabbing the guy. Looks like he's pulling out a heart or some shit. Throwing that motherfucker aside. Dude fall. We have awesome shots like that in the movie. Hold on, nigga. Shit, it's one of them kind of nights right here. I got some goddamn chicken in the motherfucking. Shit. Yeah, man. You have the scene of him just slicing and dicing, going crazy on motherfuckers. And that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted to see. But you didn't get enough of it, especially once they left the hotel. Once they left that hotel / casino, yo, from there on, you can keep the rest of the movie. You can keep it. Go do whatever you want with it. I'll watch that first portion and I'll be on board with it. Because up to that point, I said, okay, I see why people are giving this a high rating. This is very good. The scene with Professor X is having a seizure and he's going off. That scene was great. It was great to see Wolverine fight through Charles's mental attack that's affecting everybody in this wide radius. Don't forget, he has one of the most powerful minds in the world. Affecting everybody in this wide radius. To see him struggle to fight through that. Seeing everybody in the casino frozen, falling over, moving extremely slow, not moving at all. To him getting in the hallway, leading up to their bedroom, him stabbing guys, seeing X-23 trying to crawl to Professor X. I liked the movie up to that point. Once it got to that point, I was like, okay, this is awesome. Once they met the black family on the highway, this movie took a completely fucking different turn. You started getting hit over the head with shit that made me go, what the fuck? When Professor X dies, I understand it's Professor X, and we've had multiple films with him. Multiple films, especially Patrick Stewart's version. We've had, I think, what is it now? What? 4 films? Maybe 5, really sexy if you want to count cameos and shit, films of him as Professor X. I love his incarnation of Professor X, right? But when he's killed, you feel no weight because you knew that was gonna happen. I mean, damn, let's be honest. If somebody gotta pick your ass up so you can piss, you getting close to the end. You getting close to the end, right? So once X-24 comes through and he kills him, it's like, okay, that was dope, I guess. You turn around and you see, okay, it's a Hugh Jackman Wolverine clone. I knew, okay, that's X-24. I was surprised to see him because word on the street was that there was a secret villain in the movie. I'm like, it's a secret villain. Who the fuck is the secret villain? It's X-24. Okay, I can dig it. As long as they have Pierce as a capable villain, I can dig it. Pierce was garbage in this fucking movie. In the comic books, he's basically the same character in the comic books, but in the comics, he's more of a third wheel villain. He's more of a Penguin from Batman. He's more of a Mistleplex from Superman. He's more of a secondary villain, third level villain. I felt no sort of threat by him as an individual. He did nothing in this movie that had me intimidated. Nothing. He did nothing in this film that had me intimidated. Not once. Not once. I'm not saying he had to have mutant powers to be intimidated. I'm not saying that because we all know in the comic books he's a mutant bounty hunter. He hunts mutants. And he was a high-ranking member of the Hellfire Club. No problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that. That's dope. I ain't got no issue with that. But when you fucking take the character and you make him so pathetic and so simple-minded, did he ever think, oh, you know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use an anti-medium bullet to put Wolverine down. You a mutant bounty hunter and you never thought about that? See, this is one of the things that bothered me so much in the movie. So after you get to that scene of X-24 just going crazy, cutting motherfuckers up and shit, him and Wolverine have a little bit of a fight. That scene gets resolved. The scene where Wolverine buries Professor X is so rushed and so hurried up. And then apparently this film takes place in 2029. Why this film takes so far deep into the future, I have no idea. Why 2029?
Why?
Why not 2021? Why 2029? That may come off as pathetic to some people. That's a stupid complaint. Why are you complaining about that? That's just a dumbass thing to do. 2029? Can't you make it more recent? 2021? No further. 2029? The second problem I had with the film, right? Hold on. I got a list, nigga. I got a list. X-23, right? She stole the fucking show, right? Hold on, wait. Let me look up her name real quick because the young girl did an excellent job. Daphne Ken. Look, I'm probably fucking your name up. I'm sorry. I know you're British, but you did an awesome job. An awesome job in the movie. You did an awesome job. Honestly, X-23 stole the show. And that's kind of fucked up to say that. No disrespect to Hugh Jackman, but she stole the fucking show. From the moment she throws the guy's head out into the sand, I said, yo, she's my favorite character in this movie. And the movie is called Logan. She shouldn't be your favorite character. You shouldn't care more about her than you do other people. It shouldn't be like that. I know she's one of the primary focuses of the movie, and the plot revolves around her getting to safety. But you shouldn't care more about her than you do Professor X, than you do Wolverine. And then apparently, Professor X is the one that killed all mutants. He had a role to play in it. And when they dropped that bomb, I'm thinking, okay, cool. Wouldn't it be awesome to get a 5-minute flashback to when it happened? So we can see what happened. So we can carry real weight. So when Professor X has a seizure, we're like, oh shit. He did this to Jean. He did that to Cyclops. He did that to one of his best friends, Hank McCoy. He did that to Colossus. He did that to Kitty. He did that to Warcraft. He did that to Sunspot. He did that to Blink. I can go on for days because I love the fucking X-Men. He did that to Bobby. You can have that point of reference, and it can carry more weight. But when you have the Fox Xmen universe, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. There is no continuity. So, Professor X killed the X-Men apparently. This movie takes place in 2029. It's all over the fucking place. We don't know whether this movie follows the X-Men Apocalypse timeline or whether it follows the X-Men The Last Stand timeline. We don't fucking know. Because nowhere in the production of this movie was it ever made imminent what timeline they were following. This shit was all over the place. All over the fucking place. Like, where's fucking Waldo? This shit was everywhere. It made no sense from a chronological standpoint. So X-23, you did a great job. Stole the fucking show. I would love to see X-23 get her own standalone. I would love to see the character develop so us as an audience can grow with her. The thing can, I'm fucking your name up. I'm sorry. I love you. You did a great job. Right? That's my first point. Caliban. Look, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had no fucking idea who Caliban was before I went to go see this movie. I actually had to Google search this nigga when I came back home. Apparently, he had the mutant power to sense and track down other mutants. And he's also albino. You know, pale ass skin, gets fucked up by the sun, whatever. No problem with that. That's not an issue. Out of all the fucking mutants you could have picked, you picked Caliban. I know that he had a connection to Pierce. He used to work for him. But you're going to pick Caliban? You have so many more villains. I'm sorry, not villains, damn. You have so many more X-Men you could have chosen than Caliban. You have so many more X-Men you could have chosen over Caliban. Think about how much weight a Jean Grey could have had in that role. Think about that. Him not just being worried about Professor X, but being worried about Jean. Seeing Jean trying to help out Professor X. Seeing her breaking down. Seeing Professor X like that. Knowing Cyclops is gone. Seeing Logan beat down like that. Or hell, fuck that. Not even Jean. Seeing somebody like Hank McCoy, Beast, would have been so great to see his character in there. To see Beast in a role like that instead of Caliban. When I understood it was Caliban who they chose, I really had to question it. Because while he is getting tortured and he's captured, you don't give a fuck. Let's be honest. I didn't say, oh man, don't hurt Caliban. Not Caliban, baby. Ain't nobody like, man, don't hurt Caliban. Dude, I felt more for Blink's death in X-Men Days of Future Past than I did Caliban's. And I don't think Blink even had any words. I don't think Blink said a damn thing. All she did was... That's all she did. Badass. But she didn't have no words. I have more of an attachment to Blink than Caliban. Get your trash ass up out of here. Alright? X-24 coming from out of nowhere was something else that irked the skin from my back. We're seeing Professor X telling X-24, who he thinks is Logan, don't wake X-23, don't wake her up. Let us sleep for another hour. I haven't slept this well, Logan, in the many nights. And he straight up just stabs him. At that moment, I said, who the fuck is this nigga? Where the fuck did he come from? He's just thrown in the movie. Like, there was no... I guess there was a build-up. My bad, there was a build-up. You had the scene where you're seeing the old footage on the phone. And X-24 was kind of, I guess, talked about a little bit. But come on, man. Like, he literally pops up out of nowhere. Then you have William Stryker's son pop up. He didn't hate mutants. He just wanted to find a way to use them for what he wanted. Ways to control them. Kind of like the X-Men Origins Wolverine version of Stryker. Right? When he had Deadpool and Sabretooth and Will.i.am. Why the fuck was he in that movie? Of them going to Africa and all that sort of shit in that garbage ass movie. X-24 coming from out of nowhere was definitely some bullshit. I wish they would have did more to change his look. X-24, he held no weight. He was just a rageless monster. He held no weight. I mean, no, you didn't give a fuck about him. And I think when you have a villain who you don't give a fuck about on any level, you have another Marvel Cinematic Universe problem on your hands. You have a Whiplash. You have a what's his name from Thor: The Dark World? Malekith. You have another Yellow Jacket. You got these motherfuckers who you just don't give a fuck about. You don't give a fuck about X-24. You don't. You don't give a fuck about X-24. You don't give a fuck about Pierce. The only one who held a threat was X-24. And that was while X-24 was only fighting Logan. If X-24 had to fight Logan and X-23, they was going to give his ass that work. My next point. We should have gotten more Berserker Wolverine. Now, I understand why we didn't. I understand why not. Because he's older, he's beat down, he's bruised up. But if this is Hugh Jackman's last time as Wolverine, let's see more badass Wolverine. Let's see him fight a Sentinel. Like, was I the only one in the movie theater saying to myself, show a Sentinel, show a Sentinel, show a Sentinel. I swear to God, I thought I saw one in the beginning of the movie. I was like, ooh, have Wolverine fight some Sentinels. I was praying for that. Because we never really got that. Yeah, in a way in X-Men Days of Future Past. Yeah, in a way in X-Men The Last Stand. But we never really got Hugh Jackman fighting some Sentinels. Right? this movie fucks up the X-Men timeline even more. It's gotten to the point now where people on YouTube try to come up with these elaborate timelines. Ooh, we're going to connect the X-Men movies. This is how we do it. We're going to start off with X-Men Days of Future Past, right? It's the centerpiece in this entire franchise. And I'm like, dude, it's gotten to the point now where Fox just doesn't give a fuck about continuity. They just making movies to make fucking movies. They don't give a fuck about continuity. They don't give a damn. So why should we as an audience, why should we be scratching and banging our heads against the wall trying to figure out what the fuck we gonna do? It makes no fucking point. It makes no difference. Because the company shows we don't care about continuity, so don't walk into the movie theater trying to figure this shit out. The fuck is wrong with some of y'all niggas? Trying to figure this shit out? Fuck them. They don't care, so fuck them. This movie fucked up the timeline even more. Because now you gotta ask yourself, okay, if all the mutants are dead by 2029, then doesn't that put the new X-Men movies in a pigeonhole? Because now you're basically predicting the future in a way. So now we know, the mutants are going to be dead by 2029. The next X-Men movie takes place when? It's supposed to take place in the 90s, right? So you go to the 90s, the 2000s, they're getting ready to start dying. Now the timeline is even more screwed up. That I don't know what is wrong with some of these reviewers, but they giving this movie so much praise. I went into this movie with such high expectations. Such high expectations. Oh my God, and this movie was so disappointing. If I gotta give this movie a fucking score, man, a fucking score of a letter from F to A, I gotta give this movie a goddamn C. And the one thing, well, the two things that are keeping me from giving this movie a D would be X-23 and the first, I want to say, 30 minutes of the movie. If it wasn't for that, this movie would be getting a D. Now, a lot of people are going to say the comic book movie year got started off with Lego Batman. No. Logan officially started it, and it started off bad. I think the next comic book movie we got coming out is Power Rangers. Please don't be bad. Please don't be bad. Please. Because Logan was not that good. It's MarcusDigital. Logan gets a motherfucking C- from my black ass. Logan was not that good. Love you, Hugh Jackman. I'm sorry you had to go out like this. Logan was not that good. I caught myself in the motherfucking movie theater thinking about the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer, thinking about Power Rangers, thinking about Wonder Woman, thinking about the Deadpool teaser we got before the fucking movie. I'm thinking about all sort of shit. I left the movie theater the minute the credits started rolling. I didn't wait, because I learned my fucking lesson. I only wait for Marvel Cinematic Films. That's it. If it ain't Marvel Cinematic Universe, you ain't gonna catch my black ass waiting. Waiting for what? Fuck that. Logan was not that good. I had to rant. I had to get this shit off my fucking chest. Damn, I mean, there's even more things I have to say about this fucking movie, but I'm gonna say that for another time. Digital Trap Squad. What up, nation? We out of this bitch.
Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard.